Richard Burge, Army, Staff Sergeant in 3rd Armored Division, 232 in Kirchhoff, Germany, from 1979 through 86.
I'm Terry Elson. I was in the Army. From 1981 to 1985, I was stationed at a 259 ADA unit, and then I went to a 143 Screaming Eagles unit. It's infantry in Missouri, at Fort Campbell.
So, what led you guys to joining the military?
I graduated from high school and kind of really didn't have a plan, and saw people kind of doing the same thing that they were doing for years, and I figured, well, I didn't really want to do that. I wanted to see something else and then see the world and everything, and I just had some of the best times of my life I had in Germany, and it was just a different experience, and it was fun, hard, and the whole 9 yards. It was, but all in all, it was I would say it was a great experience.
Yeah, same here. I just seen a bunch of people that really weren't going anywhere, and I felt like I really wasn't going anywhere. So the Army was a chance for me to make something out of myself. So I joined, and I'm glad I did. It was a great 4 years. Well, we actually got 6 years because you get 2 years extra after you get out. So that that helped. But it was great. I mean, I was in Germany also, did a lot of traveling, but that wasn't what it was all about. I was pretty proud of our country, and I love the military, and that's another reason why I was in. It gave me pride, and I needed that at the time because I really didn't have it back then. So it gave me something to look forward to.
Did both of you guys go to Leonard Wood for basic?
I was in Kentucky.
You were in
No,
Kentucky?
I was
Fort
in
Bull.
Kentucky too. I was in Fort Knox,
Fort Knox,
for my
okay.
basic, and then I was
Oh, I'm
in,
sorry, Fort Knox.
Yeah.
I was in Fort Polk when I got back from Germany.
and
And then AIT?
it was in Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri.
And that,
Mine was in Kentucky.
and what were you trained for in your
I was
AIT?
64-3 Bravo, which is a light wheel generator mechanic.
Okay.
And I went from there. After I graduated AIT, I got shipped off to Germany to a little company in Schwabach, Germany. It was pretty south. I was there for 3.5 years, and it was very enjoyable. We did a lot of training, a lot of maneuvers. But it was a great time. You learned a lot. You was out with the guys, and that's what it was all about. We were training.
I was a 19 Echo tank crewman, and I worked my way up to tank commander. It was great. We had, it was kind of like playing Army with the big boy toys.
Yeah.
It was really great. And one other thing I learned in Germany that I could never learn in Gidland, Indiana, was I learned how to snow ski. Yeah, it was fun.
Garmisch.
Yep.
So were you in southern Germany as well?
Yeah, I'd be more central.
Yeah, he was.
Central.
I was close to like Nuremberg,
Yeah.
and he was a little bit further
Yeah, I
northwest.
think, yeah, northwest.
That's around there.
But when we went to the field and everything, we went down there near him, near Nuremberg.
Yeah,
And we were in the field one time, and they had a downtime, and they let us go to Nuremberg for the day, and that was a blast. It was just the German people as a whole were very, very welcoming and loved to talk to you, and it was just I had a great experience. And when it was hard, but I mean, you learned how to deal with it, and you learned how to quit complaining about every little thing. Everything's going to be all right.
After your service, did you continue doing a job in your career afterwards that you were trained for, or did you have to do something else afterwards?
Yeah, I did something completely different. As a tanker, wasn't much call for it out here.
No. And you were
no, mine was light wheel mechanic generator.
Yeah.
Wasn't much generator work out here, and
Yeah.
there weren't a lot of Jeeps, so I ended up welding. I became a welder.
What lessons outside of occupational stuff? What lessons did you learn from being in the military that were used in your professional or your personal lives after?
Discipline, pride, being on time, not letting the company down, always showing up. Just
And problem solving.
Yes, problem solving. Just little things like that made a difference and that they noticed, and that put us a step ahead of getting promoted.
Not afraid to work.
Yeah.
I mean, I was there to do we were there to do jobs, and well, we did jobs. We did it. We made ourselves valuable, and our companies treated us fair.
If you could talk to any of our kids, our current students, about your service, what do you want them to know about your service or about service in general?
I'd say the biggest thing about being in the service is that you learn yourself and you learn what you can do, and you just learn that even if you think you can't do something, you look at it, figure it out, and do it. If you don't know how to do it, by the time you get done, you'll figure it out. Don't stop. Keep going.
Yeah. Guys, if you don't have the money to go to college, it's a good opportunity to go to the service, because there's programs there that'll set you up for college. It'll pay for it, and you're only serving 2 to 4 years, and I think everybody ought to do at least 2 years of service. For our country, it's not too much to ask. But if that's what you want to go there for is to get a college education, that's fine. But remember why you're there.
Yeah.
Do what's right for the country.
And I personally like trade schools because everybody wants to go to college because you go to college, go party and everything like that. But I think if you go and you learn a trade, say welding, mechanical, carpentry,
Correct.
I think it's the
Heavy
quickest
equipment.
path for you to find and own your own business. And you don't have to start with $1 million. You can start with everything, things that are accessible to you, and you can lead a really good life. Seriously, it's
You learn to be a business person.
Yep.
You learn it quick.
Yep. And you look at the big picture. You don't look at every little tiny thing. It's like it's a big hole, and it takes all the little things to make it big. But
And it's like, how am I gonna pay this tuition back? It's gonna take me 20 years just to pay 2 years worth of college back. That's where the service comes in, and that's where you get the education at. And then when you get back out, going to a trade school. If not, take a trade school while you're in the service.
Yep.
There's heavy equipment operations that you could do. There's
Anything in the medical field.
anything in the medical field. Yeah, exactly. It's a good opportunity, and you get hired a lot when you come back out of that.
And they're in computers
With that.
and
Yeah, exactly.
electronics. It's
not as bad as people say it is.
No.
I mean, you get up at 5 o'clock in the morning and you run 3 to 4 miles a day. You got to do all these exercises all day. But that's only for like 3 months out of your life. And then after that, well, of course, you're running again for, every day, sometimes twice a day for 2 to 3 miles. But that's nothing, But you're learning something. And you stay in condition, and I don't know. It just keeps you sharp.
when I went to Germany, our first sergeant was a runner, so we were runners, and we ran 3 to 6 miles.
Yes.
3 times a day, and then our easy days were 2 miles a day on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and I never felt better in my life. And you think it's hard and everything like that, but it's not. You get used to it, and
If you're not used to it out of AIT, you're not going to make it.
Newton County's got a proud history of service and
Yes.
lots of people.
Oh, yeah.
How do you feel being a part of that? What does that make you feel?
Honored.
Yeah, very much so. I mean, we got our World War II vets, we've got our World War I vets, we've got our Vietnam vets. Even though we didn't do time, thank God we didn't. Man, I honor these guys.
We got a lot to live up to.
There's a lot of pride that I never used to have that I do now since, being in the military and coming out of it. I see it now. I understand what Veterans Day is all about now. I understand what that flag means.
Yep.
I understand the pride.
Sacrifice.
And it's like, it gives me chills just saying that. And I know it sounds silly, but it does.
And it's kind of confusing that
honorable.
when he said pride. When we got out of high school, we had pride.
Yeah.
And
but
it's just that when you join the Army and everything like that,
it's a different
you don't
brotherhood.
realize how much pride you can feel, and just you just feel lucky.
Yeah.
You've talked a little bit about it, but we have Veterans Day program that we're doing, and we're trying to get the point across to our kids why it's important. So first of all, what does Veterans Day mean to you? And then we'll come back to a question addressing our students and our community members after that.
Well, I'd like to address the fact that the veterans program that you guys put on out here it's greatly appreciated.
Yeah.
And the one word I can say to me when I walk in that gym and see all those people and from all age groups, from us up and down, not now down,
Yeah.
but humbled. It's just we're in the company of great men, and it's just an honor to be there and be a part of it and be considered their brothers.
I love our flag. I salute our flag. And,
Driving down the road.
oh yeah, I know. And it's like whenever Taps used to play when the soldiers died, I never thought anything about it. Man, now it puts tears in my eyes.
Yep.
Because I understand the sacrifice that they gave. And even though we're giving a sacrifice, it don't mean that we're going to be in fighting a war. You're sacrificing your time just being in the Army, serving to be in case something does come up again and you're ready to go. Veterans Day is, man, I really don't know how to put it into words. Go ahead. I'm going to cry.
No, it's overwhelming, and it's hard to put into words. But once you become part of this brotherhood and sisterhood, it's just you just feel honored to be a part of so many other people that are just the most wonderful people you'll ever meet in your life.
If you could address our students or our community members, what do you want them to know or think about Veterans Day?
The sacrifice that the people that went in put out for our freedom.
To make sure you
We wouldn't be doing this, celebrating this, if it wasn't for them soldiers that gave us this freedom. And that's number one that they need to know. And that's it, nothing else.
Mm-hmm.
I'm serious. I mean, I don't know any other way to say it any better than that.
Everybody put themselves out so that you could do what you wanted to do, and somebody else didn't tell you that you're going to drive a truck, you're going to be a doctor, you're going to be a nurse. I mean, you pick what you want to do and what interests you, and all you have to do is work hard, and trust me, you will get your rewards.
Is there anything else you guys want to talk about?
No, not really. I mean,
I've covered everything I need on my end.
Yeah.
But I want to give you the opportunity to talk about anything that you feel is important, or any story you wanted to make sure is told.
no, all I want to say is to you kids who feel like you don't have anywhere to go after school, you don't know what career you want to do, and you're stuck and you're lost, give the service a chance. It's not as bad as what you think it is. You'll be humbled, you'll be grateful, and I guarantee you'll thank me for saying that.
And if you don't have a lot of confidence in yourself, or you don't think you're big enough or strong enough, you are very big and you're very strong just by joining. But when you get out of basics training and everything like that, you will no longer be. You'll know you're big. You'll have that pride, and you'll have that strength.
Yep.
Both physical and mental.
Yep. That's so true.
Awesome.
Oh, I got one.
Okay.
I graduated from high school, and this is to tell them, that you can do it. I graduated from high school when I was 17 years old. I went into the military when I was 17 years old, and in the middle of basic training, I turned 18. So, trust me, as a 17-year-old kid, I joined up, and then I had a delayed program and kind of had a little bit of time to think about it, and was just scared out of my wits. Went in, and it changed my life, and it can change yours too.
Nope, I just want to thank you for doing this interview
Yeah,
with us.
thank you so much,
I feel proud doing it.
and thank you guys for listening to us and give us the opportunity to tell our stories.